was. It was a passionate game, wasn't it? Good entertainment, I'd imagine, for the light-hearted people. But there wasn't many of them around us. It was certainly scintillating at times, and there was some very good football played, certainly in the first half. But I think at 3-2, we still had a number of chances and really should have put the game to bed.
Having said that, there were some great goals in this game.
Yeah.
In those last few minutes, Alan Marriott called upon to make a couple of saves.
Yeah, absolutely right. And he pulled off a tremendous save high in the corner, tremendous, and he didn't have a lot to do, but what he does, Alan, he's come out there and pulled off a tremendous save, as did their goalkeeper.
No, this team that you played against today, 10 games unbeaten they had before, beat Stevenage here 1-0 last week. They went to Oxford, they won at Oxford. They're not a bad side at all, are they?
No. Nobody comes here and has an easy time, do they? So, as you rightly say, their form has been very good, and you can see that they're playing with some confidence. So, to come here and be victorious is tremendous for the boys and for our fans that are tremendous supporters that came here today.
The goals today, quite remarkable goals. I mean, in fairness, on both sides, but the poor Mansfield goals, the ones we're concerned about. Rob Duffy's first.
Well worked, wasn't it? We worked on that in training. I think there was some very, very, very good finishing today. Technique-wise, knee over the ball. Certainly, very proud of the way they executed the goals, and to score 4 goals is very pleasing.
Now, finishing it off, Blair Sturrock there when he got his. Good work from John Challoner for that, but Sturrock put that away. There was still a bit to do. Yeah,
there was, and I'm delighted for Blair because he's a real thinker. He's a tremendous person. He's got good character. He's worked hard, and I'm delighted that he's off on the score sheet.
Now this sets it up, doesn't it? Rushton and Diamonds nearly every game now. It's easy to say everyone's a big one, but Rushton and Diamonds next week at the Mill. A lot of people want to ask questions. Let's see them at the Mill. Let's see the right Mansfield come out. Done that many times. Only a couple of defeats there. But Rushton's so important next week.
Yeah, of course. I said that prior to this game. Every game should be treated like a cup final. Got a lot of respect for Rushton. They're doing very well this season. They've certainly put a good run together, and good people. I like Justin and Michael Stone there. But as I say, today's about the boys. We've got to dust ourselves down, evaluate them, a couple of knocks. But I'm very proud of my players today. They've showed a lot of character. Prior to the game, we were hurting, and they've come out with the right attitude today, and their application was there for everybody to see. And again, once I say the fans have been magnificent here today.
Now, Gary Mills, you brought him back a couple of weeks ago. Looks like a reinvented player.
Well, that's part of man management, and you have to look after people. Again, when people are having a tougher time, you have to help them, and that's what we're about. Don't lose confidence and faith. You have to stick at it, and Gary's done that, and I'm very pleased with it. It was a big win for him today.
You're feeling now, deep down, you're feeling at the end of that game, that whistle gone, 4-2 victory. What was it?
I'm delighted. I'm delighted for the football club because it's the club's the biggest thing here. It's not about me. It's not about anything other than us working as hard as we can and doing all we can to make it as successful as possible. And the texture of the players today was tremendous. And likewise, again, Tamworth are a good side.
Has the real battle to get out of the league at the business end now started?
Well, we'll judge every game and work hard in every game, and as we say, we're in the business end and the sharp end of the season, and there'll be a lot of nerves out there for some teams, but we must keep control. We must be patient, we must be focused and disciplined and professional, and that's all I ever ask of my players, and they've shown the commitment today, which is what I expect.
4-2 away from home, nice taste to it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful victory, but to say, we must keep ourselves focused.
David Holdsworth, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Really good, that, didn't it? By taking the positive from midweek. I mean, you said it was defeated, but the performance was really just built on that tonight.
Well, we played against a strong Stevenage side, and we had a go at them, and in the end it wasn't to be. But today, we've come here they beat Stevenage last week, and they've had a very good result at Wrexham. So I've got a lot of respect for Gary Mills and his side, some ex-players of ours here, and they put us to the test in the end, and they throw the kitchen sink at us. But as I say, to come here and score 4 goals when they don't concede many, I was speaking to another manager yesterday, and it's quite ironic really, because they don't give a lot away. And to be fair, I have to praise our players because they executed the ball very well, and I'm pleased with the finishing. He certainly did. Kyle Nix tightened up a little bit, but the work ethic there from Gary Mills and from John was tremendous. Michael when he came on did as well, and so they've all played their part. But John, yeah, I mean on the run, if he'd have executed the goal where it's trickled by, I thought we'd actually gone in. But it was a tremendous run and inches away from being one of the goals of the season. It would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And how pleased were you for Blair as well to come off the bench and get himself a goal?
Yeah, Blair's, you know, he's had a bit of a stop-start time with us so far, but he's shown the right mentality. He's trained hard. He works so hard in training. And he's got that in him, and I've known that for a long time. And I'm just delighted that he's been able to get a goal to give him, and that should give him some confidence. And I think we've never waned in our confidence in him. And you stick with people and your belief, and I'm pleased for Blair Starrett because he'll be happy with that as well.
You must be so pleased at the moment because Rob Duffy and Kyle Perry have not been banging the goals in, let's face it, over the last couple of months, and you've got Jake Spate out for a few weeks. But then up stepped John Shaw, he scored 2 in 2, and then Blair Starrett comes off the bench just at the right time to score you a goal.
Well, they're strikers and they make their living by being strikers and maintaining their form. They must work hard when they haven't got the ball, but when it comes to them, they get them opportunities which we've created through openings. The technique was right, and John Shaw's been a good addition, very good addition. Blair's come off at the right time, as you say, but Duffer's, you know, he's got his critics, isn't he? But his technique for that goal was tremendous, and his work rate as well has increased and increased again. Remember, it's his first full season in full time again, so he's working hard on developing his depth of stamina and endurance ability. So I'm very pleased with Robert, and his goals have come as well because he's fitter.
And we should mention the crowd as well, as you alluded
right,
to early, because just about half the crowd today was Mansfield supporters, and after 3 successive defeats, that's a terrific turn up for them all to turn up.
I feel very proud and privileged that they've come and supported us like they did today. You know, it is only an hour away, but they're still, you know, after 3 defeats, we're hurting. We've certainly been annoyed with ourselves for putting us on a little run together that hasn't gone as well. But there's been a fine line in 2 of those games. One of them we didn't turn up. But I feel at the end of the day, you stick with your beliefs, your texture of your design of your management, and the togetherness in the squad has never dropped. The boys have been hurting, and they showed that today. And I think the character, you could sense it in the dressing room afterwards. It was a good dressing room to be in.
So how important could this win prove to be then, away from home against an informed side, scoring 4 goals as well? What can this do for the team?
Well, the boys should gain confidence from that, certainly very much so. We won't go too high, and I won't go too low. I stick to those beliefs because I don't want people being cocky and arrogant. At the end of the day, we've never done that, and we won't do that. We must be professional and focused.
Great stuff. Congratulations today, David. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave.